So today I'll be looking at the fast fashion industry for international managers. I'll be talking about the Sustainable Development Goal of responsible consumption and production. So what is fast fashion? Fast fashion is the mass production of cheap clothing and garments. It also refers to clothing that is manufactured at warp speed and sold at a very low price. This year the average person will buy 68 garments and wear each piece of clothing only 7 times before disposing of it. Countless new collections each year make us feel constantly out of date and encourage us as consumers to keep buying more and more. So what are the main issues for fast fashion? Landfill waste, emissions, working conditions and pay. Consumers view clothing as disposable, and the average American throws away 80 pounds of clothing per year, occupying nearly 5% of landfill space. Fast fashion is the second largest polluter after oil, and 190,000 tonnes of textile microplastic fibres end up in our oceans every single year. Most garment workers are not even paid a living wage. 170 million children are engaged in child labour, or 11% of the global population of children. Many of these child labourers work in the fashion supply chain, making textiles to satisfy the growing demand in Europe and the US. Although child labour is improving, as has decreased by 30% between 2000 and 2012. So, what are the key take-home points from all of this? 200 tonnes of fresh water are needed to dye a single tonne of fabric. Half a tonne of clothing is dumped into Irish landfills every minute. We produce 400% more clothing than we did 20 years ago. Producing one new shirt causes more emissions than driving a car for 35 miles. And 20% of industrial water pollution is from textile treatment. So how can we prevent all of this from happening? From a consumer standpoint, we should buy second hand, buy better quality, and recycle. We should repair or reuse any old garments. From a managerial perspective, we should choose clothes made in countries with stricter environmental regulations, from factories like Europe, Canada or the US. We should choose organic fibres and natural fibres for production that do not require any chemicals. Also, we should use materials such as linen and recycled fibres should be considered, as they require a much lower water consumption, which is very important. Finally, I'd like to say thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope I've given you a new insight to fast fashion. Goodbye.